Okay, welcome to Artist Corner. We have a special guest today, Alvin Ease. Welcome in, my friend. How
It's
you
good to
doing?
be here, my friend. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. It's awesome.
I'm great.
I'm glad you took the time to take this minute with us to answer some questions on this new channel we're doing, Jump Beat Records. And
Honored to
this,
be here.
awesome. I'm glad you
Yes, sir.
honored. I'm honored to
Thank
have you here.
you.
So, yeah, tell me about yourself a little bit, Alvin. What's what you've been up to, and you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Alvin Ease from south suburbs of Chicago. Um, I've been DJing full time this year. Um, Prior to that, during the pandemic, I was a part time DJ. I've been DJing since '94. Took
nice,
a couple breaks, like for school, like in the Philippines, and since then it was like mostly like part-time DJing. When I can.
okay,
Started a family, and had marriage with a wife, and everything was just starting up. With the family, and in 2017, I moved back to Chicago. After being in the Philippines for a long time.
right,
Um, so everything's just been building back up. Um, you know, um, Starting back again in Chicago, and when the pandemic happened, that's when everything kind of stopped. Um, I got laid off from my job, um, and the corporate world, and that's when I think everything happened where we were all meeting each other on Twitch. Um, and it kind of fueled a fire where I'm like, um momentum was just like taking its turn, and that's when I felt like I could work on more things, like music
mm,
production, like things that I always wanted to do uh since the time I started DJing, but really didn't know how to do it. Um so that's when the pandemic was like kind of a blessing in disguise.
a little bit of reset, eh? It was like get
Oh,
yourself, yeah,
absolutely 100.
yeah,
It gave me the time to figure things out, connect with the right people. Um, I've asked so many questions to a lot of guys that were doing it. Guys like Frank Amoto, Philly Phil, who are part of the Jump Beat team.
yeah.
You,
They'll be coming on there soon as well.
yeah. And our brothers, like our Bastos brothers,
Yep,
like
representing,
know,
representing.
yes. So uh, that was one thing that really, that really helped. And I got to work on music and learn, the DAW that I love, Serato Studio, um, along with the industry folks. A lot of people I haven't met, their videos, guys, homies. I want to shout out DJ Gons, who does a lot of Serato Studio tutorials,
Yep, yep, yeah, I've seen that.
and
Yeah,
he's based out in Houston. He helps me a lot. Um, so during that time, also, I got back in, when the pandemic kind of slowed down and things were reopening. I got to DJ. I got invited to DJ at a few places, and that opened up doors. Shout out to guys like my homie Quicktastic. Shout out to my homie Jeff Mobby. They opened up doors for me and got me out there. Um, and I was able to meet other people, like, and that put me on the boat, the Anita D boat, which I've been,
looks
doing.
awesome, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I've seen the
So
videos. It looks great. I was
So
like, I
that's
can't
a
wait to go and see you DJ on there. It looks amazing.
I'm hoping that we could do an event, if ever you're in town, brother.
Awesome.
And
I'd look forward to that for sure because that was yeah, yeah. You've been busy though. You've been busy. You've been playing out a lot.
yeah,
You've seen the videos and stuff, so that's good. That's good.
yeah. Like I was telling you offline, like you know, I think the more the more that people know that that you're doing this full time, and the more people see your availability and what you've been doing, it opens up doors further.
Yeah, that's
So
perfect. That's
really
perfect.
happy for that. But I'm still making music
Yeah,
when I get a chance.
and
I
that
have I think Colette posted a meme of like all her unreleased stuff, and like it's like in a big bag, and you're just waiting to release it. You just haven't got into it.
yeah, no, you've got. I will say for everyone, Alvin is getting his first release. The 10th. It's coming out on the 10th, I think, of next month.
October.
Yeah, it's coming out there.
Mm, excited.
You've got a lot with us at the moment, so we're putting an EP together, and we're going to be releasing a few more by the end of the year. But next year, is going to be very very busy. So yeah, and you've got
Exciting.
loads coming up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these out for you for sure. So yeah, so basically we're here today to talk about your one here, what's coming up here, and Die Empty. This is going to be your first release with us, Jumpy. And yeah, I just want to ask you a few questions about this. So this track here, what inspired you for this track, and what's the history behind it?
Okay. I would say I ran into a reel that was singing Jill Scott, um, and I'd like to shout out that artist, but I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's like it's really hard to pronounce. Give me one sec. So MP Empil Wenheli
Okay.
Empenwilly. Yeah, she was singing a Jill Scott verse, and I was like, "Yo, that's really dope." And it's "He Loves Me." Um, and when I heard that, I'm like, that's a classic Jill Scott cut. Um, why don't I play around with it? So I did. Um, and that around the 2000, like early 2000s, there was like a bootleg of Jill Scott, "He Loves Me," that came out.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been redone a couple times,
Yeah, it
by other
is. Yeah.
artists. So I'm like, wow, uh, why don't I put my take on it? Um, Also, DJ Jazzy Jeff, one of my inspirations,
Mm-hmm.
he does a retreat with other artists, DJs, and producers. Uh, I forgot what it's called, but it's a retreat where they all like get together for a weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and he shares like his knowledge on like music and the industry with these folks that he like handpicked for them to come. So I've seen some of like the back videos of that,
Mm-hmm.
and he did a speech on why, as a producer, making music, as a remixer, you know, what should you do with your music? And he was like, and there's a sample I used of his on there, saying that um, you should die empty
Right.
uh, with your, when it comes to giving out your dealing with your music. You shouldn't just like have it stacked up in your computer or on your hard drives, and just with nobody for nobody to see. You should either give it away, or you should sell it. And that was like that stuck with me, because I'm like, it's so right. Like, if even if you're not selling your music, you should at least give it away, share it, you know?
Yeah, get
And that
yourself out there, basically. Yeah, that's
yeah, you know, it goes at least it goes somewhere,
yeah.
you know, and
And
it
you never
gives
know. You never know. One of them tracks you give out or something can hit, and someone goes boom and takes it and goes yeah, and then it's a
and, you
hit.
know, and it gives inspiration to, you know, to that next person,
Well, that's
you know?
cool. That's
And
cool.
then, you know, people share music, who knows where it'll go to, and who knows what could create what out of it,
Exactly.
and get the inspiration from that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I truly believe in what he said, and that stuck with me, um, and I was like, I love to, incorporate, like, you know, interviews, speeches, and things like that in some of my tracks, and that what it felt right for this one,
Oh,
for Diane, and that's where I took the title to.
oh, awesome. Well, there we
Um,
go. We got some information on it. That's great. That's awesome.
yeah,
Um,
shout out to Jazzy Jeff on
yeah,
that.
yeah. Shout out to Jazzy Jeff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great. So next question. What are the what some few one second, I've just lost something here. What you got coming up in the future with your projects?
Oh, so, I'm working on, doing an original vocal, um, with one of my great buddies. His name's, Paulo Vega,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um, and also, incorporating, another vocalist, MC Party Mouth.
Oh yeah. 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 I've seen him online. He does a bit with Frank. Didn't he do a track
It's
with
a her,
Frank?
it's a she.
Oh, she. Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Oh, okay. I didn't
yeah,
know that.
Her name's Erica. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
I
you
learned
know, we
something
actually,
today.
uh, Erica reached out to me like about like, uh, we've friendly chatted already about doing stuff together, collab, and uh, I've been working on something like, but it's not fully done yet. Um, and I took a trip to Disney recently, and my family, and one of my my friend Paulo's family, you know, took a road trip, went to Florida, Disney, and also went to Tennessee and Kentucky. And during that time, he's a good singer, a great vocalist. And during that time, you know, we were messing around like with the project, and he laid down some vocals that were really nice. We just got them on an iPhone. I didn't have any mics or anything with me, but we're looking to finish that up. So
Awesome.
it's sounding really dope.
Well, that's cool. So you getting to
Yeah.
work with actual vocalists, and how do you feel
Yes.
about that? I bet that's a bit different, isn't it?
It's definitely challenging to get the right sound, but it reminds me of when I was younger and I was messing around, like trying to come up with a song. Oh, this sounds good. And, you know, like remembering melodies. But now, you know, we got a lot of great technology to help you remember, so you can record what
Yeah.
you've done,
Yeah.
bring it back later. And, you know, God, if we had that, like when I was growing up, like tons of melodies would pop up in my head. And I'm like, ooh, this would be great for a song. And I wish I had it.
Yeah,
You know,
technology today now you can do a lot. Like I've been working in the studio when I was back in the UK
so dope.
with my boy Cy Furman, and yeah,
Well, yeah,
technology is
I've heard your track. Is
yeah,
that the track, the 5 a.m. track?
yeah. That's what for the culture. Yeah, I mean, Cy put that
Yes, for the
together.
culture.
Yeah, no,
So,
yeah, just the technology and stuff which changed since the last time I was in the studio is unreal. I was like, wow. It's a lot easier now to get stuff together and plugins and all that. You don't even need the real
yeah,
stuff. So yeah, it
I
was it
think
was cool. It was new. I can't wait to get back in the studio. We're doing a little bit, but yeah, that's all cool. I'm not talk about me though. This is about you.
no, no, give you mad props for that track because it's really it's a good feeler, man.
Yeah, it was something what was in my head for a little while. These beats. I had this track in my head. So when I got back to the UK, I pulled it out. It was on a white label. I pulled it out and I went downstairs. And I thought I got these beats in my head. I got to get these out. And then my
Yeah,
dad introduced me to this song. because he's a big Georgie Fame fan who's a very good Hammond organ player back in the day. He still is. He done a like version of it, and he was playing it. And I said, "What's the originalness?" And Bobby Womack, and I was like, "Man, that's the track. That's the track. That's the beat. So I got to go with that track." And that was it. I rung Cy up, and he said, "Well, come around and put it in," and he just went, "What?" And we just done it, and it was like the feeling I wanted. Is that it's
Yeah.
5 a.m. You're in Ibiza, you're on the beach, and you have been listening to great music, but then you just want this nice, and
Come down.
that's how we got it. And
Yes.
I'm hoping it's doing okay. I
That's
just
the
hope,
vibe I got.
yeah, I just hope
That's
people can
exactly the
play it
vibe
out.
I got.
Yeah, I just hope people can play. It's catchy. I've had a lot of feedback on it, but yeah, we've got other things coming up in the future. But at the moment, we're going to be concentrating on Jump Beat, because
Yeah.
I want to push for you guys more. But I will be working in the studio as well. You may be getting called up for a couple of remixes on our part. So
I'd be honored.
yeah, we're going to help each other and do what we can. So I'd like to get a few. I've got something in mind for you in the future. Probably next year for us. I've got something I'd like you to remix because I like your soulful style, and that is why I like a lot of your stuff.
Yeah.
It
Thank
is,
you.
yeah, I love playing it. I play it out quite a lot actually. I was on the radio the other day, and I slid in a couple of yours all the time, and I'm always
Wow.
playing them on the radio and stuff. Just
Appreciate your
promoting.
support, brother.
Well, that's it. It's got to be done. I want you to succeed. So helping and everything like that. So yeah. Okay. So next question: have you got any gigs coming up in the future,
Yeah.
or are you getting back into live shows? Because I know, well, you said you have now, but I was wondering if you got
Oh
anything
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah. It's actually it's been pretty busy for me since the beginning of the year, like right around like February. Taking on you know more gigs, connecting with more people, and getting invites too, like guys like Carl Maria for his brunch lock Sundays.
Yeah, I'll see some of it.
Um,
Yeah.
I've done a couple of those, and with Quicktastic, Marquez Antonio, just to shout out a few. I know I'm missing a lot. Oh, shout out to my boys like DJ Urge putting me on, um, the Hoyla Club. Um, so many. There's been a lot of events. Uh, I have this Friday we are doing a Twitch meetup um, out in northern Chicago, city called Skokie,
Yeah.
just a few minutes
Yeah.
from the city. And we have our brother Mr. Landenhouse hosting the event along with some other Twitch family, and we invited out a lot of other DJs that will be joining. And my residency at Village Roadhouse, I have a monthly residency there,
That's
so
cool.
that's on the 29th. Um, in October, I'm doing a Halloween party with my special guest Quicktastic, um, and that is on October 27th. So on the boat, I'm trying to do monthly guests, at
Yeah.
least once a month. So I'm excited for that. And the boat cruise goes all year round. So
Oh,
it kind
really?
of,
Oh,
yeah, it
okay.
does.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of lessens down like around like November and December, but then picks up after January. Like they even do a New Year's cruise.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but usually I'm with the family. It's kind of like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sacred,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But who knows? We'll see
Well, that's
what we can.
cool. So you're really, really busy then, and yeah, I was hoping to get out to Chicago for that meet and greet then, uh,
Oh,
but
I
but I'm
there
going
is
next year. I'm going next year. Yeah, I spoke to Mr. Lattenhouse, and I said to him, I ain't gonna pay to make it this year, mate. But
there'll be more.
next year, yeah, I know. I'm definitely gonna.
There'll
Well,
definitely be
I'm
more.
gonna meet up with you guys. That's. I've tried to do
Can I?
everything I could, but yeah,
I suggest if you could come out in March. We have a St. Patrick's Day
I know.
celebration here in Chicago. It's huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Is that when they put make the green down down the
they make the
canals?
river
Yeah, yeah,
green.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a great time. Lots of folks from out of town come out, and I've been meeting a lot of cool people, like, especially on the boat parties. So if
Okay.
you could make it, I think Frankie B,
Is he
our
gonna?
brother,
I'll talk to
planning to
everyone.
go.
We'll see. I thought March might work
I
out
think he
right
bought
because
tickets already. I'm not sure, but I
yeah,
think so.
that'd be cool. I look forward to that. All right,
Yeah.
Keen. So next question. What would you like to happen or to see happen in the industry and with Jump Beat Records?
That is a great question. Um, I was watching, I keep an eye out on social media a lot of what's going on, trends. Um, and I do believe, man, um, I wish that we could get back to a time where we were just putting out music. You didn't have to promote it as hard as you have to lately,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Um, and where we could, experiment with things more. Um, Things didn't all have to sound the same or have to fit a certain box for it to be put out for people to be more interested in it. And I hope to make more stuff where I'm experimenting more, and I hope that a lot of people can still be interested in it, and it doesn't have to fit a certain box sometimes.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
That's
I know what
that's
you're
what I
saying.
hope. I
Yeah.
hope more for. Um, what else? Jump beat. What do I? Can you repeat the question?
So so what would you like to see happen in the industry? Which you already answered that, and with Jump Beat Records. So what would you like to see happen with us?
I think it's all happening right now. Like when you introduced me and our other friends to Jump Beat, um, it all seemed like something that was a great idea, but I'm like, is it attainable? Like, and now I'm seeing that you're doing it. So um, you said you wanted something where you know a group of like-minded individuals can all you know have a platform for them to showcase their music, and this is exactly what's happening.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was my aim is to I feel that I just want to represent you guys and just do what I can and protect you, and do what I can, like for yous. You know what I mean? I want your music to succeed. Everything I put out, I always feel like it's gonna hit number one chart, or that's how I feel. I back everything I send out, and
which is really
yeah, I just want to push and just help and it's just something I wanted to do anyway, and now it's coming together. It's yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future. This year's been crazy, but next year's going to be better. It's just next year is going to be, I'm going to say our year. I know for a fact because we got all the ducks in a row now, so it's all good. But yeah,
I'd like to say thank you on that note. Thank you, my friend, for having me on the label. I'm so honored to be with you guys. And
I'm honored you on the label, my friend. I think you're a very talented DJ. I think you're a very talented artist,
thank
and
you.
I can't wait to the future. More stuff coming our way. You know what I mean? So,
In that
um,
aspect too, I guess I want to say too is like with everyone that you're bringing on, we all have our sound, and and since you're like curating, the releases, I I think that it's really great because um, it will define like jump beat sound, and I hope for that in the future that it's even more like you know like when people see jump beat, they're like, oh, that's the sound, for that. They could just relate it easily when they're like shopping for records, things like that. It's like, oh, that jump beat sound, or
yeah,
eventually it's like, oh, I'm looking for this jump beat sound, like inst- in instinctively, like people will relate it,
yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
like that.
You go to Jump Beat to get these certain sounds and what you want to listen to and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you with that. I totally understand that, but as well with Jump Beat, I would like to branch out a little bit more with different sort of genres as well.
Awesome.
Just as like if you made an R&B song, and it's
Really?
good, I'll be like,
Yes.
okay, because that's actually jump beat's not all about. At the moment, I'm a house bod. You are, you know what I mean. But the
Yeah.
future, I'm looking to, you know, if there is a good hip hop track, you've done a good hip hop track, and I think it's great, and I'd sign it and promote it. You know what I mean? And
I love that. I love, yeah, that's something else too. Like I miss those days where you could you could be shopping for a house track, and on that record, you'd find, the down tempo version. You'd find
exactly,
the,
yeah,
the soulful R&B version or the hip hop version.
exactly.
Like where are those records now, you know?
We got to go digging for them. That's what we got to do.
You do,
Shopping.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's no different to say like Nervous Records. They have got so many different genres. They bring out a lot of tracks,
Yes.
but they're all across the board sort of thing. So
Sure.
I'm sort of I'm going to be spreading my wings next year to see. But at the moment, all I'm going to be doing is backing my artists that have joined us and their stuff what they've got coming up, and yeah, just pushing for that. Okay, so the last question: as an artist, what do you expect from a label?
As an artist, well,
Be truthful. Don't hold back. I don't mind. What do you expect? This is why we're doing this.
okay.
So I need to know your view of what do you expect from a label. Like
Yeah. Um, let's see. I mean, I'll just anything that comes to mind, I'll pop out.
yeah, go for it.
I think of good marketing.
Hmm.
Um, just putting it out there that, getting it out there to the distributors that handle that. Um, um, making sure that the artist is taken care of, um, that there's good communication from label to artist. Um, uh, Planning projects, um, hopefully doing live shows, things like,
Yeah,
bringing artists out that are part of the label and doing like, launch parties, which
exactly.
would
Yeah,
be really, really dope.
yeah,
Yeah, I would love, for that to happen. And yeah, I always see that when labels like do, release parties and things like that, like it's exciting. Uh, that in itself is like an event, like that is, marks the, it it gives the release like even more flavor.
yeah,
And I
for
think that
sure. And that's what my aim is as well. Now we're sort of getting stuff sorted out with us, and because as you know we're a new label. Yeah, the
yeah,
future will be doing some parties, and that's my aim, and that's when I'm going to bring you guys in, and we do something really cool together. I even come to your hometown. So
yes,
yeah, so yeah. All right.
would love.
Go on. Sorry.
I was saying I would love that. I'd be like so excited for that if you came to Chicago as well.
Oh yeah, trust me, I've got some plans, and yeah, we're definitely going to do something there for sure because I want to go on that boat party. I'm not worried about. I don't want about doing an event. I just want to come and see you play.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
So Alvin,
Oh, you'll be playing with me. What are you talking about?
I'll be nervous. Um, so yeah, so this is Artist Corner. Our special guest today was Alvin Ease. I'd just like to say thank you so much. Your track's coming out next month, but it should be out on promo release the end of this week.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're going to be promoting it as well by doing this, and I've got everything
I
all
can't
sorted
wait.
already, so we're going to get that out straight away this week. Yeah, so thanks for dropping by, Alvinese.
Hey, thank you for
Um,
having me here, Bradley.
yeah, I appreciate you, and we look forward
Love
to
talking to you.
another interview on your next release.
Awesome. I can't wait.
All right, you have a good day, my friend.
Have a good day, my
and
friend,
I'll
and
speak to you
shout out to
soon.
everybody
Yep,
watching, and much love.
yep,
Appreciate you.
and you. Speak to you soon.